Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Bash Harry and I make new videos every Saturday. Yes, that is the new schedule. I'm sure all of you, or most of you, or some of you are currently at home not doing much, including me, and I have a lot of free time. And what do I like to do during that free time? Cry. A lot, but other than that, I also like making stuff. I have been learning new skills, so I recently learned how to crochet. I'm making a bag right now, actually. I am knitting again. I am knitting up a sweater, a test sweater, which hopefully will look very nice. But now I am currently thinking of learning how to sew. I want to try my hand at sewing and making stuff with fabric and scissors and a sewing machine, because why not? I would like to note I'm not actually spending any money getting into sewing or crochet because I have a mom that knows how to do all this stuff and she is a great sewer and crocheter, so I just legit just take her stuff and start becoming like my mom. So this is something that she's been telling us we should try learning how to do. And so I thought, you know what, why not take her up on the offer? At the same time, I think it's also a really great skill to have, learning how to do all these interesting skills, not only for myself, but maybe in the future if I need it. So that's about it. Let's talk about what I'm actually sewing. I want to sew a dress. Like, I've been wanting to sew a dress for like 2 years now. I've made a baju kurung like 2 years ago. I don't fit it anymore because Brunei food is too good. But I know some basic things about sewing. It's a lot of relearning for me because it has been 2 years. So I am learning how to sew again, and hopefully it will be very interesting to show you guys my attempts. I'm going to be following a YouTuber. Her name is Owlipop DIY, I think. I'll leave her channel down below. But she has a really great DIY slip dress tutorial, so I'm probably going to be following that. And if you guys want to follow me along, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get started with the video. What are the materials? You'll probably need your measuring tape. You will need, what else do you need? You probably need tailor's chalk, markers, whatever you need in sewing, as well as obviously a sewing machine. My mom has that, and she also has serger, so I'll probably use that as well. And of course, your fabric. I am using this. It comes across kind of white or cool in the video, but in real life, it's kind of like this soft pink floral. So I'll probably be making a slip dress with it. Don't know how I'm gonna start, but we're going to right now. It's editing Bash, and like I said, I'm using Owlipop's video for reference, and I'm using it kind of as a guide for my own DIY slip dress. Here I am making the measurements, and I'm doing it in inches instead of centimeters, just because I've been knitting and inches just feels a little bit easier than using centimeters. Yes. I will say though, I did make a few mistakes, this one being the first and definitely the biggest, which is actually using tailor's chalk on the right side of the fabric. Yeah, don't do what I did and start working on the project on the right side. If you're gonna make any adjustments sewing, do it on the wrong side of the fabric. Hopefully you won't see it in the final product, but I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, I'm just lining everything with tailor's chalk, just making sure everything's aligned correctly. I think there was definitely a few mistakes though. It wasn't perfect, but it is my first sewing project. Bear with me. I should have done something easy like a bag or a scrunchie, but let's be honest, a slip dress was way more SEO friendly. The moment of truth is actually when you have to start cutting the fabric, and you can feel the fact that I'm like being so careful with the scissors. I know most people would use cardboard or like cardboard paper to outline their design before cutting it, but I'm impatient. I'm an impatient little person, so I just decided to wing it and cut it up right off. I'm not gonna lie, I think I did cut more than I needed to, and it didn't feel like a slip dress. You'll see later on in the video what it looks like, but at the time, I actually thought it looked pretty alright. But I didn't want to go for the sewing machine straight away. I wanted to make the straps. And so I decided to do what I did for the body, which was to just fold the fabric in half, right side together, and just outline. I made the mistake again, you can see it, but just ignore that. I calculated, or at least measured, how I wanted the straps to sit, which was about, I think, 15 inches, so about 50 centimeters, give or take. I think initially I wanted to make 2, but then I realized that 1 was enough since it was folded in half anyway. I made it 2 inches wide, which was a problem because it ended up being much thinner than anticipated when I sewed it. I wanted it to be 1.5 inches tall, but I forgot that you needed to have a little bit of, what's it called? Like edge thing, like a seam allowance. Seam allowance. You need a bit of a seam allowance just in case, and I didn't do that. So if you are making the straps, make it wider than you think it's actually gonna be. I'm not gonna lie, I did take like a 2-hour break just because it was so hot where I was, and then I decided to go ahead and pin everything in place. I did the straps first because I thought that was the easiest thing to do. I just took some pins, sort of like these, like clips really, and just pinned everything in place. I also did the same thing with the whole body. There's Aisha, just chilling, getting her lunch probably. I started off easy doing the straps first. I did wrong sides together and then I sewed all the way. I don't know why my hand does that. I always like work with my pinkies out. I don't know why, but you're gonna see it a lot in the video, so I apologize so much. When the straps were done, I took a chopstick and attempted very badly to make it, like, turn it inside out. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I struggled so much that I actually asked my mom for help. Yeah, I don't know how. I kept Googling ways to turn it inside out, but a lot of them were recommending things that I just didn't have or didn't know how to do. I think it took me like an hour to finally do it, and by the time I was done, my fingers were just so raw from pushing the fabric inside out. So be careful with that. Once I was done with the straps, I moved on to the body. This was, I think, the easiest part, mostly because I was doing a basic straight stitch all around. Look, there's my finger again. Don't know why I keep doing that. I just always point my finger, my pinky finger up. Your first project is not going to be perfect, and I went into this kind of challenge knowing that it wasn't going to be perfect. So if anything, try to ask for help if you can, or maybe take a break, a day break, like what I did, just to relax and just collect my thoughts, knowing that I can just continue tomorrow. It is day 2 of attempting to make a slip dress, and you can probably tell that I wanted to give up, but I wanted to continue. I wanted to persevere and make something, so that's what I did. I skipped the edging because honestly I don't know how to use a serger, so I decided to just hem the bottom first. So hemming is basically taking off like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So I ironed it out and pinned everything in place. This is pretty tedious work. I had to use a ruler to make sure the measurements were correct, but by the end of it, I just decided to eyeball it. It was okay if it was a little off. I mean, it's a dress. I didn't think it needed to be perfect anyway. Once the body was done, I decided to iron out the straps as well, just so it can lay pretty flat. Ironing, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like ironing. I prefer clothes that I don't need to iron. But yeah, it's pretty handy to have like a tiny iron like this, which my mom thankfully had. Then you just sew everything up together and do the hemming. I have no idea how to do this properly, but I just tried my best to keep a straight line within the hem. Obviously, I am still a beginner. I don't know how often I can say that, so I probably did mess up one or two or several times, if I'm gonna be honest. There was a bit of bunching, but overall I think it was just kind of okay, I guess. Once the body was done, I decided to add the straps. Now, this is different for everybody, but for me, I just decided to find the middle of the dress and then just work my way. I even used my calculator just so I knew exactly where to place it evenly. You can make the straps as far apart as you want. I wanted it pretty close to my neckline. In hindsight, I probably would have checked if the straps were alright before sewing it in place. Also, for some reason, the thread was loose and I had to redo it. I had to Google a YouTube video to figure out how to do it properly. And then here I am just trimming all the leftover threads, which were a lot, if I'm being honest. Even the next day, there was still so much loose threads everywhere. The body was basically done at this point, but I felt like because it was so shapeless, I wanted to play around with it. I decided to make a belt with leftover fabric that I had. I think it was about 5 inches of fabric that I used, 5 inches wide, and however long I had. I think it ended up being like 60 centimeters in length, but because I made 2 pieces, it ended up being like 120 centimeters. I basically did the same thing with the straps. I folded it in half, pinned it in place, and sewed everything down. The difference was because I left the 2 ends open, it was so much easier to get the tube inside out. So yeah, do that next time. Ta-da! This is the final dress. It's finally finished. There are a few things that I would have done differently. For one, I think I mentioned the straps are a bit too thin. I definitely would have serged and finished off the edging before sewing everything down and doing the hem. And the ribbon is also fraying, and the tailor's chalk did not fade, so you could see it at the back. So this, I think, is a good first timer project. It's not the best, but to be honest, no one's first project is, so I'm not really too sad about that. And overall, I am pretty happy with it. I think it's a good beginner's dress, and I can't wait to try some more out. Will I make this dress again? Maybe, but I'll definitely probably watch a few more YouTube videos. That is about it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I am gonna be back next week, hopefully, and I shall see you soon. Okay, bye.
I said, I can't put my hand there without going to red. Without us both going to red.